Hi, Chad here with Purple Collar Life. You can see I've got the Ford 8N here. I've actually had this now, I've been borrowing it from my dad for about 2 weeks. I did a lot of brush hogging with it and it was a great tool to have here. But I've kind of got a personal policy where if I borrow something, I always want to make sure I return it better than how I got it or in some way improved. So I'm going to take this opportunity to give this a good bath. It needs a bath. We've had some rain, so I'm not as worried about using water now. So I'll wash this all up. Also take the time to grease up all the grease zerks so that both the brush hog and the tractor are ready for the next time Dad needs to use them. And that's just kind of like I said, a personal policy of mine. And I don't borrow that many things. I don't like to borrow things from other people. But it just feels weird to borrow other people's stuff. So, like I said, we'll get this cleaned up, take care of the grease zerks. Sometimes if I borrow Dad's log splitter, for example, I borrowed it last fall. And while I had it here, I went ahead and changed the hydraulic filter, the hydraulic oil, and the engine oil. Again, just things that I feel like if I'm going to borrow something, I should take the time to help maintain the equipment. So that's what we'll get at right here. I'm going to start out by blowing off as much of the dust and dirt as I can, especially from the brush hog and here in the front grill on the radiator of the tractor. I'm just going to put some dish soap that has degreaser in it in a couple of the spots that, are the most grease heavy areas of the tractor. And I'm only using old sponges. And I'm not trying to get this show ready, obviously. I'm just trying to get the biggest parts of the grease and grime off of it so that it doesn't accumulate as much dirt. The grill really holds the dirt. That fan pulls all the dirt in. My 2N tractor, I'm not sure what it was originally used for, but the fan on it was actually reversed. It pushed out rather than pulling in. That was one of the things I had to replace after I bought it. Even though this is a replacement wheel, I can still see the effects of the calcium eating through portions of this rim. And the calcium does a great job adding that weight. The weight's really helpful, but it just destroys the metal of the rims over time. That's dirty. I just grease until I see the grease coming out. There is one down here on the clutch pedal. It's easy to miss and forget. On the upright spindles of the steering. I will take a minute to talk to you about this grease I use. This is the grease that the loader and the mower on the John Deere call for. So I just use it on everything that needs grease. It's SD polyurea grease. It's part number TY6341, and it's a green color, and I love it. It works great. Like I said, I use it in everything. One exception to that is I do use a different grease in the wheel bearings of the boat trailer. I use a marine grade grease there that's made for underwater contact. Since this paint's out in the sun sometimes when you're working, mostly stored indoors, but it's good to have some protection. I like to use the insulator wax, the old 845, and just put a light coat on it just with the regular rag and then wipe it off just to give it an extra layer of wax protection. And I do the hood and the fenders. Like I said, it's a tractor and we're not taking it to a show, so we don't have to be perfect. But I do it more for protection than the look, but it does look nice too when it's all cleaned up. And I think there's some pride in having an antique tractor like this that you use and it still looks really good. Alright, that should be mostly dry now. You can see some of it. We'll give it another minute. We all know what really makes a vehicle look clean is a little bit of tire wet. I think this tractor looks absolutely amazing. Hard to believe that for the last 2 weeks I've been brush hogging with it, and now it looks like it could go to a show. Now obviously it's not perfectly clean, but still, I'm amazed that a work tractor like this can go from, you know, really in the hardest of work, doing the brush hogging with weeds that are up to its hood and in mud, and then get cleaned up and look as nice as this, like something that you'd want to go see. We appreciate you watching. Thank you. If you're interested in videos about tractors and property maintenance and log splitters and chainsaws and lawn mowers, things like that, please click that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And we'll see you the next time. Girl. How you doing? All right, I'm gonna start this girl up.